Friday night in MLS Next Pro. It's match week 16. We've reached the mid-season mark. Hop on I-5 south from downtown LA and you'll make your way to Fullerton. Well, tonight, it's one of just two matches around the league. LAFC 2 fresh off a bounce-back win last time out, hoping to replicate that this evening against Colorado Rapids 2, who come off one of their strongest efforts of the season. Great to have you with us from Titan Stadium. I'm AJ Ricketts. LAFC have looked completely different from last year's side that sat in the Western Conference cellar. Scoring goals has not been an issue. Much more consistency for the club this year. A little bit more could have them among the top teams in the Western table. Colorado not humming quite as well. They may have turned a corner last week as we take a look at the Western table. St. Louis sitting atop the proceedings with 33 points. LAFC could leap from 5th to 3rd this weekend if other games go the right way. Colorado below the playoff line, sitting in 12th with 13 points. But a win today could make it 6 points in 2 matches. Possible mid-season surge in the works for the club from Colorado. The starting 11 first for LAFC, led by former Chicago Fire assistant Junior Gonzalez. It's a 4-3-3 for LAFC. Youth up front in Adrian Webowo, 18-year-old Javier Fernandez, and Charlie Rosenthal as well on the flank. Hernandez and Rosenthal combined for 2 minutes last match against Town. Those two will play a bigger role tonight. Former Real Salt Lake and DC United keeper David Ochoa between the posts tonight for LAFC. Colorado will roll out in a 4-3-3, guided by headman Eric Boucher, who has coached for nearly 30 years around the country. 19-year-old Anthony Garcia put up a brace last match against Houston. Garcia had 2 of the 3 Colorado goals, signed with Rapids 2 in February. The striker is quickly making an impact. LAFC's back four will need to be compact and ready for 1v1s. It's a confident attacking player they are up against tonight along that right side up front. Servando Berna is our referee tonight, assisted by Salvador Reyes, Alexander Arita, and the 4th official, Alexander Natrichuk. Colorado looking to make it 4 unbeaten. LAFC had some humble moments during back-to-back 4-0 losses. Very disconcerting couple of games. Bounced back in a nice way last time out. But both of these clubs looking to make it back-to-back wins. It's as perfect a night as you could ask for on the West Coast. 74 degrees, officially a 1% chance of rain. Looks like we are in the clear for some good conditions tonight for some MLS Next Pro soccer. Again, glad to have you with us. AJ Ricketts alongside you tonight. Colorado going from left to right to start off this first 45 minutes. LAFC in the black kits. Still plenty of time to make moves up the table for Colorado. The first portion of this season surely has not gone to plan, at least hasn't been a replication of last year's success throughout the Western Conference that culminated in the Western Conference Championship match in the postseason. And as noted in the open, LAFC have had a much better go of it this time around. Let's see how that all squares off here today at Titan Stadium in Fullerton. Intriguing matchup ahead. These two teams did play back on March 31st. It was just the 3rd game of the season. It was a 1-1 draw. A late penalty in that match helped even it up. We'll talk more about that over the course of this broadcast. So second matchup between these two here in the 2024 campaign. Javier Hernandez stands in the center circle, ready to kick this match off. Match week 16 underway. LAFC 2 and Colorado Rapids 2 here on MLSNextPro.com as this is immediately taken over the inline. Ethan Bandere in goal for Colorado Rapids, 25 years old, 10th start of the season, and has allowed 21 goals this year. Had 5 saves in their last match. Back four, Miguel Alvarado, Nate Jones, Josh Balluz, the former Syracuse man, and Steve Flores out of the academy. Amadou across midfield, good touch pass. Looking to receive it back, a little bit too heavy. Luz was running into the area, but a foul was called on Amadou first. First touch for Diego Rosales. 13th game of the season, 13 starts. Does have a pair of assists to his name this year. Matthew Evans turns. Adrian Sanders. Sanders and Rosales, the two center backs. Bowo. Some positive moves into the attacking third, his first touch of the match. To the box here, LAFC looking to cross it in. It's shipped to the near post. Header is high over the goal from Charlie Rosenthal. Did take a deflection. First corner kick of the match upcoming here for LAFC. It was a good acceleration to the end line there. Rosenthal making his 7th next pro appearance of this season. Looks like he had some open goal to work with, but necessary intervention defensively by Colorado there. Now recycled back in again, and Colorado will have to concede a second corner kick in as many moments. Matthew Evans sending it in. Played back to Nixon. And Berriman, a little bit too strong for Rosenthal to deal with on the near side, out of play. Ochoa will try to send it closer to midfield here as LAFC work out of the back. Oh, given away in a bad spot there here. Some numbers for Colorado, trying to find it central and parried away over the bar. Ochoa able to intervene. The giveaway nearly resulting in the first goal here for Colorado. Fantastic save. Colorado nearly taking advantage of this. That was Alec Diaz, who already has 4 goals this season, his 14th appearance here today. A goal last week as well against Houston. Nearly put Rapids 2 on top in the first 4 minutes. Right around the 6. LA gets it out of the area. Clipped in again, just towards the 6. Colorado was first to it. It was Anthony Garcia that time, who had the brace against Houston last week. Some encouraging movements here now in the first 5 minutes from Colorado after LAFC had started on the front foot. Pair of shot attempts here for the Rapids side. Combination here from LAFC as they were facing some high pressure. Now trying to find the through ball to Rosenthal. He's going to commit the foul. Home supporters were hoping the whistle wouldn't blow there, but Josh Balluz held his own. Quick little tap on the back from Rosenthal. Respected that defensive effort. It's the 3rd start of the season for Charlie Rosenthal, 17 years old. It's his first start, however, since May 24th. Came in very late against the Town, only played 1 minute. Same story for Hernandez in that game. Javi Hernandez, a familiar name for LAFC supporters, but not that one. He's down in Guadalajara for as Hernandez, the 18-year-old, fourth MLS Next Pro appearance of the season. Hernandez, to his credit, has been a prolific goal scorer where he came from at Arlington High School. Gatorade California Player of the Year finalist at Arlington High School. His only varsity season at 31 goals in 22 games. Not bad. Throw-in conceded here from LA. Ricardo Pena, 19-year-old, signed with Rapids in February as well. Diagonal ball was left a little bit short. Bowo was able to get in there defensively. Well done by Nixon as he was tracking back towards his own corner to turn it and advance this ball up the field. Things are on now for LAFC. Evans got caught from behind. Look on the near side here, all sorts of space for Baruman. Colorado able to deal with it. Perhaps a one-on-one on the flank here now. Now some help comes centrally. Colorado will slow it down. Three-match unbeaten streak for Colorado. And that ball goes out of play. It's helped them climb up 2 spots in the Western Conference table. They were in last place as little as 2 weeks ago. Second straight home match, meanwhile, for LAFC 2 after the 2-0 win against the Town. Eric Dueña has opened the scoring with a first half goal, where Bowo sealed it with another in the second half. Foul whistled there. It's funny talking to LAFC head coach Junior Gonzalez about that last match, 2-0 win against the Town. So they had some first-team players playing down in that game. So they were trying to deal with big number 9 up front. Said those first-team players, they were kind of sprinting forward, trying to high press, while the rest of the team, a lot of the group, the Next Pro guys, we've trained them so often to sit back in the middle block. So the Town was playing around them a lot. But once they figured that out at the half, made the adjustments, he said we were much more compact, sat as a collective unit, and we're able to play much better defensively the rest of the way once we were able to get organized. Colorado winning it back again, just outside the box. Tommy Musto will send that towards midfield. Jones tried to head it forward to Miguel Alvarado. Could not keep it in play. I mean, you think about that match against the Town and the mindset that LAFC must have come into it with. At whatever level you're playing at, MLS down to the academies, you come off 2 4-0 drubbings. It's a little disconcerting. You're trying to plug some gaps defensively and get back on track, particularly for this LAFC 2 side that had such a nice start to the season. A much different feel heading into the first 4 or 5 weeks of the year than what they experienced last year. Defensively is where it started last week against the Town. There's a big reason why they were able to earn 3 points. For Sanders today, Rosales, Shakir Nixon, Ruman. We're going to replicate that here this evening. It's a good idea on the diagonal ball. It is chased down before the touchline. LAFC have some people in the box here. Colorado will settle with conceding a throw. Sanders towards the far side, where Bowo lays it off. Now LAFC will look to monopolize possession for a bit here. 10+ minutes in at Titan Stadium, Fullerton. LAFC and Colorado each searching for their second consecutive victory. This will roll towards Ethan Bandre. Those 5 saves in the last match for Bandre brought his season total to 38. So you look at the history of the Rapids 2 organization, that surpasses Adam Beaudry for the second most saves in a season. Good movement here as Vargas is on ball. Marlon Vargas, the 23-year-old from Bakersfield. His 14th appearance of the year, 6 goals, 3 assists. He had 2 assists in the match against Houston. He's typically got it done as a goal scorer. His distribution was a big part of that victory. Bit of a collision just outside the circle. LAFC able to win that 50-50 ball. Got off to an entertaining start in those first 4 or 5 minutes. 3 corner kicks. Colorado with a real nice chance that David Ochoa had to reach up high to stay in front of. Punch it over the bar. Colorado nearly taking a 1-0 lead in that moment. LAFC's best moment came on a cross. Rosenthal's header was deflected away for a corner kick. LAFC content to sit in that shape defensively, not sending any high pressure as the first 12+ minutes. Seen a little bit on the flip side from Colorado. That's what led to that best opportunity just inside the box. Ochoa in goal for LAFC. He had a short-term contract with the first team earlier this year. Remember, he was the primary starting keeper for Real Salt Lake in 2021. Plenty of MLS experience to the 23-year-old's name. A bit too much on that distribution to the attacking half. Talking with the Rapids head man Eric Boucher about their 3-1 win against Houston, said, you know, we had some bright moments. We garnered a bit of success through good pressing and just being a little bit more optimistic. He said that was wonderful to see. But the biggest thing in his mind was that every player on the field was giving themselves for the team. He said, I don't think we've done that enough throughout our season. That's what we're hoping to build on. Everyone was playing for the team. It was highly complimentary of his group's effort off that 3-1 win on the road as well, mind you. Pena will guide it to the near side. Steve Flores at the right back spot. Played down the field as Anthony Garcia looking to give chase. A little bit of a shove. No whistle given towards the top of the 18. Extra touch now towards the end line. Clipped across here. Now back, volleyed, and out of play. Good sequence. Alec Diaz couldn't hit it with a clean strike. Colorado threatening here 15 minutes in. The physicality of Anthony Garcia is what allowed this sequence to extend in the first place. About 20 yards out, Diaz would probably like another crack at that. There was some traffic on what looks like the path of the ball may have been. Nevertheless, LAFC looking to advance it forward seconds later. This portion of the match brought to you by BMO, official bank of LAFC. talked with Coach Boucher about Anthony Garcia. Said players like him, for me to judge a player like him, I want to at least give him 6 months or so. He's not quite there, but he said, I'll tell you what, he's looking more comfortable. This is all really important. What he did last week, the positivity that surrounded his soccer was very nice. He said from a learning curve, from a tactical standpoint, as this goes out of play. He said just some of the defending responsibilities that he has to take on. That's what Colorado expects within their team, their organization. He talked about those defending responsibilities and how those moments of the game can enhance his attacking abilities. The moments in transition are very high on this young 19-year-old moving forward. Garcia nearly helped create the first goal of the match. Good touch there by Amadou. And Colorado's looking to get out on the run. Vargas shifts to his left, trying to play it central there towards Diaz. It'll be a Colorado throw. All 3 shot attempts coming from Colorado thus far. No official shot attempt on the stat sheet for LAFC. That header, it looks like it might have been a header on the near side towards Rosenthal, but he did not get the final touch. It was sent out of play initially. Both sides still trying to unlock the opposing defenses. You're 18+ minutes in. Both sides have sat in compact, not much available working through the midfield. Play was blown dead here for a moment. Free kick here for Rapids too. They'll bring some numbers forward and see what they can work out of this. Chipped into the far side, dealt with out of play for a corner. It was Nixon who got his head to it first, making his 13th appearance of the season. Facundo Nunez will take the corner for Colorado, their second here in the first 20 minutes. Coach Boucher saying Nunez, huge talent. He's in a new country, new league. He has a power and creative element to him. It's his 8th start in 11 matches played this year for the 18-year-old Uruguayan. Imagine he'll be locked in Monday evening for that United States-Uruguay match. In swinger, header, that might have been on line from Baluz. He was the first to it, and then it took a deflection. It looked like it may have been headed straight towards the left post. We'll do it again. It was great service from the corner from Nunez. Another end swinger here, just over the head that time. Ochoa will look to initiate. Great throw out towards midfield. Excellent stuff on the throw from Ochoa. Rosenthal sliding into the corner. It'll be a throw in here. Looks like Pena might need a moment. Pena has been a long-time Costa Rican youth international through the years. Behrman nearly had it taken away. Pena fighting for it. Baluz. That's a foul on LAFC. Last year, Colorado, the best regular season in the West, lost against Austin in the Western Conference title. A lot of missing pieces from that 2023 campaign here for the Rapids this year. Remy Cabral was a star of that 23 roster. He signed with the first team that was recently loaned to Phoenix Rising. Yosuke Hanya made headlines all throughout the season last year. He's also on loan with Colorado Spring Switchbacks. Charlie Laraz, he's a starter with the first team. Some nifty footwork here from Rapids. Now Pena playing up. He'll guide it towards goal, and Ochoa had to dive to be sure. That didn't look like it had all that much pace on it. It was perfectly placed, though, and Ochoa awfully close to the post. That might have snuck in if not for the dive. The 23-year-old keeper. Again here, some about 30-plus yards. A little bit of a late reaction there from Ochoa, as if he wasn't sure when to start the dive. Had it covered in the end. It sure looked like it might have snuck up on him a bit there. I wonder with the pace that it was struck with if he was waiting just to make sure it didn't take a deflection and bounce in a different direction first. Ochoa certainly knows what he's doing. All those dozens of games of MLS experience from DC United and Real Salt Lake. Covered it at the far post, and we remain scoreless here. Colorado, though, ahead in the shot department, 4-0. Plenty of other metrics other than shots to evaluate offense. You got expected goals. That's .22 to Colorado. Nothing here for LAFC. Touches in the opponent's box. 4-1 right now for Rapids. Final third entries is even, almost even, 9-8 for the Rapids. It's a good ball to Anthony Garcia. Trying to outfox his man, and worthy challenger in Shakir Nixon, who's able to get it out of his box area. Colorado able to regain possession just moments later. It's been this Rapids side on the front foot for most of this first half. And again, right inside the box. Good footwork. Nobody was there centrally. Chased down by Diaz. Flores now back to Diaz. Light tap to Amadou. That'll be a goal kick. Nothing in the end there for Colorado. This portion of the match is brought to you by CarMax. Car buying reimagined. Colorado's best two opportunities. Number one came off the high press that caused the giveaway just outside the 18. And number two came on a ball played down the flank to Garcia, who's been operating on both sides of the pitch. You see him on the near side here. Number 49, center of your screen. He helped create probably the second best chance Colorado have had today. Physical presence. Honduras international and experience to his name at the U20s. U23s. Had his first cap with the senior team June 2022. LAFC supporters making themselves heard, hoping for a little bit more offensively moving forward from their home side. And eventually a foul was going to be called there on Musto at some point. Signed a first-team contract this past May. It's read well by Flores. Now Diaz. Vargas wants it centrally. He was a little bit too far out in front of him. It's right back to Pena. Tries to guide it towards the area of Nunez. Instead, it's Nixon who lets it trickle out of play. Funny talking to Eric Boucher about the first match against LAFC. He was very disheartened how that match went despite the 1-1 draw. Vargas got it tapped right back to him, played off the defender's chest. LAFC will look to play out of the back here. Careful now, Garcia nearly able to get his foot in there. Winds up committing the foul. Boucher said there wasn't much control for us in that match. We didn't have the ball, weren't able to control the tempo, build confidence, the ability to grow together wasn't there. And he said defensively, we had some bright moments, but it was clear in those days, he said, and that was match week 3, that there wasn't a real collective, there wasn't a belief in the group is what he said. We had a lot of moving pieces, like every team in the league does. And so he said, look, we've matured in our group since then, but what we need to do is be a better team, a better collective. So it's more than LAFC, more than being concerned of what we did last time as Colorado takes it away again. Diaz, no, it's Nunez, excuse me. Trying to find space, goes to the ground. Wanted a whistle, none would be given. Boucher also referenced passing efficiency. Didn't feel it was high enough, said it was probably mid-70s. So that's just not acceptable for us. Whistle blew with Diaz needing a moment. He was on the pitch. Athletic trainer coming out. I don't know if he took a shot to the head, obviously. Most all play is blown dead when there's any concern that it may be a head injury. All good to go after a few extra moments there. LAFC looking for any semblance of offense here in the first half hour. This is well over the end line. Not what they were trying to do there. Still work for LAFC too, trying to grow into the game here. Half an hour in, Colorado have looked more formidable in the first 30 minutes. Careful now on that back pass. Elicited some gasps from the crowd. And Josh Baluz's heart pounded a little faster for a moment or two. Saw a rogue back pass in the Euros just a few days ago. Play a big role. The Portugal game off the top of my head, I think. Talk about the Colorado first team. Recent blowout wins over St. Louis and Montreal. Rapids are 4th in the West now, quietly putting up some elite numbers with their offense, and you should take a look at what they're doing analytically. 3rd in the MLS in expected goal differentials. Garcia fighting for this here. Now Vargas. Pena plays it back to Flores. Rapids 3rd in expected goal differential, 3rd in expected points, 4th in the goals added metric. Georgi Mihailovic, 9 goals, 8 assists on the year. This is at the end line. Out of play in the end. Rapids, maybe it was quiet at first, starting to make more noise. This portion of the match brought to you by DoorDash, exclusive on-demand delivery partner of LAFC. Fans wanted a foul there. None was given. Well played by Nate Jones. Pena passed that to the wrong person. It was Rosenthal who was there. Christopher Jaime plays it back. Now Rosenthal trying to turn the corner. Flores, good challenge. It will be a corner. LAFC will take the set piece as Musto was jogging over. Driven ball, headed out of the box. Claimed on the far side. Good hesitation there to get back into the 18. And nutmeg the defender. Colorado claims possession. Now downfield, a little bit behind. Back and forth we continue to go. Evans brought down, that's a foul on Colorado. Going to go over the top here to Rosenthal. He's cut off. Nate Jones defensively. And Ethan Bandre will walk over, get set to reinitiate play. Colorado giveaway that time. LAFC bringing defenders forward. Busto. Ochoa's had a couple of critical saves here in the first half. The fizzer towards the crossbar. Looks like that might have snuck in if he didn't stay in front of that one. And had to dive towards the far post on an effort from Pena. 3 in the box here for LAFC. Played central, was a little bit behind Hernandez. Couldn't come back to it and secure it. Now Blues. Evans can't find Rosenthal. Garcia on the challenge, had it ricocheted back to Rosales, excuse me. Evans plays it to the near side of Behrman. Good ball central here. Maybe it's more room to run in that moment from Jaime. He tried to play it across the 18. Now distribute it to the far side. Bowo had a brief touch of it. Now we'll lay it off. Matt Evans. Musto. He let one go. There were plenty of defenders there. One back by LAFC. Along the flank here, chipped in, dangerous ball! LAFC scores! It's Javi Hernandez, the 18-year-old, first goal of the season, 1-0 LAFC. He's made headlines in the high school ranks, the state player of the year nominee. Great run central here, beautiful ball played into him. All he had to do was guide it towards goal. LAFC have not had much here in the first half, but growing into the game undoubtedly here towards the end of the first 45. Final moment here at the end of the half for LAFC when not much has been going for the home side. Now perhaps pushing for more. That is Hernandez on the goal. What a beautiful ball from Bowo. Second assist of the season for Bowo. First shot of the match for LAFC, pretty positive result. They outshot 4-1 here today, but that's the only shot that matters. I mentioned the prolific high school numbers for Hernandez. He's been doing this at the academy level too. 91 goals and 83 appearances for the LAFC academy teams between the U15, U17, and U19 levels. This young man is continuing to make a name for himself. Runs and finishes like that will start getting more MLS Next Pro appearances. Again, this is only his fourth. He's been an academy star. Now's the time where he's starting to try to elevate where his consistent role may be. Moments like that will certainly help in those endeavors. Good turn from Kundo Nunez. Nunez tripped over the ball there. Nothing in it. And the foul will be called on Colorado. Conversation with the referee following that sequence. A nice bit of hesitation there. Looked like it's as if he was going to unleash a shot outside the 18. Took another touch, but tripped over the ball. Nothing in the end. Ochoa didn't really have his balance there. Again, Colorado can't keep the attack going. LAFC up the field. Advancing forward to the far side. Bowo shielded off. Just a couple minutes left here in the first half. Certainly discouraged if you're Colorado. We've had some of the better attacking numbers here in the first half and a good number of chances, whether it was from Pena Anthony Garcia, Nunez, Diaz have all been in the attacking phase of play, but I would not venture so far as to say it's been a dominating first half for Colorado Rapids too. They've continued to build on what they did offensively with good movements in the offensive phase of the game. Clear-cut major chance. A little bit back and forth in possession as well. See what they can do here in the final 3+ minutes of the first half. That's a good ball to Nunez. He guides it in. Ochoa reads it well and cuts it off before it has any chance of reaching Diaz. Alec Diaz, a Puerto Rican international. For LAFC, again, while the offensive punch hasn't been there, aside from that one shot, one goal, I think they'll be plenty satisfied heading into the half with the defensive effort again. Yeah, 2 shots. That required Ochoa to be sure, but again, as long as they're not conceding goals like they did, like they leaked in the previous 2 matches before their game against the Town, I think they'll be happy. Again, a pair of 4-0 losses. North Texas SC at home and Whitecaps FC2 on the road. Since then, 2-0 shutout of the Town. Now they'll get through a half of this match without conceding to Colorado. So perhaps starting to figure things out defensively again. A pair of games before those combined 8 goals. They had only given up 1 goal in 2 games before that combined. Bit of up and down here. Only have 1 minute of stoppage time, by the way. That's a good little flick on by Garcia. Tracking back. Rumen does well. It'll be a corner for Colorado. Nunez delivers another corner kick, 45th minute. Pinball around, shot taken, it's wide of the net. Nate Jones wound up with it. A tense moment or 2 for LAFC not too long after picking up the goal. Again here, guided to the far side. It was Nate Jones approaching the 6. That angle was tight. LAFC had the far post covered. There's that 1 minute of stoppage time announced. Colorado probing. They'd love one more shot at it here. There's a foul on LAFC. Garcia went to the ground. Rapids 2 will get this set piece here to finish off the first half. Quick word with Musto and the referee. Should be the final sequence here of the first half. Guided in between the 6 and 18. Sent out of play, and that will signal the end of the first half. One shot in the first 45 for LAFC. It's all they've needed thus far. Through the first half here in Fullerton, it's LAFC 1, Colorado Rapids 0. Coming up, Michelle visits MLS Next Pro headquarters for a report after this break here on MLS Season Pass.
Messi! Really sweet. Ahí está el centro. Gol. Maxi Mesa para pegarle. Maxi le pegó. Huerta al frente. Servicio. El tiro. It's saved by Carlos Coronel. Con autoridad el centro. A la izquierda en las afueras del área le pega. Golazo. Externa, va a definir Chicho.
Well, welcome back to halftime here at Titan Stadium in Fullerton. Through 45 minutes, it's LAFC 1 and Colorado Rapids 0 here on MLSNextPro.com. Michelle Montaigne checks in from New York and takes a deep dive into the first half of the season here in this week's edition of The Report. Michelle, take it away. Here's a chance. Here's Cardina. Takes the deflection and into the net.
Ball towards the back post, and there it is! This is a Jago! Overhead kick is in! And this one's in, how about that? And it is all working for North Texas.
From the West Coast to the Big Apple, the league has seen big things from our guys through the first half of the season. I'm Michelle Montaigne, joining you from Major League Soccer headquarters in New York City today with a special mid-season edition of The Report. The midway point of the season means it's time to recognize who has stood out so far. And since this is a team sport, we start with our mid-season team, who just so happens to have the youngest average starting lineup. That would be Philadelphia Union 2. They've earned 29 points in their first 13 matches. Their 28 goals are tied for second most in the league, trailing only SKC2, while their 13 goals allowed tops the Eastern Conference. The perennial playoff team has found its way to the top of the East, and the entire club, from staff to coaches to players, is due the credit.
For us, it's just another day. You know, it's part of our goal, you know, to develop these players each day, each week, and you know, a lot of the credit, if all of them should go to the players. You know, they put in a lot of good energy every day, every week. They prepare well. They take care of their bodies off the pitch. So, you know, this is just kind of a result of all the good things that they've been doing throughout the season so far. So we're happy for them.
With the impressive run of form from one of the best development clubs in the country, it's no surprise to see so many Union 2 players signed to MLS deals this season. David Vasquez, Andrew Rick, and Kevin Sullivan headline the group of youngsters. Vasquez has posted 2 goals and 3 assists in 8 matches. Andrew Rick earned his MLS debut on June 22nd, starting and playing all 90 minutes for Philadelphia Union. Kevin Sullivan, who signed the largest deal for a homegrown player in MLS history on May 9th, made his professional debut with Philadelphia Union 2 on March 24th. He entered the match as a sub and assisted the game-winning goal in a 2-1 victory. Your midseason coach honors go to FC Cincinnati 2's Tyrone Marshall. The turnaround in Cincy this season has been nothing short of inspiring to watch. Marshall has his guys poised to challenge for a deep playoff run for the first time in their 3 MLS Next Pro seasons. After bringing home monthly honors in May, North Texas SC's Michael Collodi was named the mid-season goalkeeper. His 11 goals allowed are the fewest amongst keepers with at least 1,000 minutes this season. His impressive form since rejoining his home club at the start of 2024 has his team near the top of the West. Now, we know so many guys across the league are rising through the ranks of their respective organizations. So for St. Louis City 2's Mekhi Joyner to earn the highly coveted Rising Star honor at the midpoint of the season is no small feat. The 17-year-old has posted 6 goals and 8 starts for Bobby Murphy's club, which leads the team in St. Louis. And last but opposite of least, SKC2's Cameron Habibullah was named MLS Next Pro's mid-season player. He leads the league in goal involvement, scoring 7 goals and providing 5 assists so far this season. What's more, his 7-goal tally finds him in a 4-way tie for 3rd most goals in the league. The 20-year-old forward is showing that the 3rd season's the charm for him and is a part of why SKC2 leads the league in both goals and assists. The 20-year-old forward has excelled in Kansas City after spending his first 2 seasons in the league with Whitecaps FC2. Born in Uzbekistan and raised in British Columbia, Habibullah joined Vancouver's academy as a 12-year-old in 2016. He's been putting up impressive numbers ever since. Well, as we continue our mid-season special episode of The Report, now we bring in a guy who knows a thing or two about playing at the highest level. Ali Curtis, Senior Vice President of MLS Next Pro Competition and Operations and Senior Vice President of MLS Sporting Development. That's a mouthful. Thank you, Ali, for your time. You and I have seen this league kind of grow since its inception. We're now at the midpoint of Season 3. What has caught your eye so far this year?
Thanks for having me. The games have been incredibly intense, incredibly competitive. You know, now that we're into our 3rd season, it really has been a league of opportunity. We've seen so many players from MLS Next get opportunities in MLS Next Pro, which has been great to experience and to see. And then there have been a number of players from MLS Next Pro that have signed, first-team contracts in MLS, and some have gone on into Europe. We've had over 100 players sign first-team contracts in MLS, and then we've had a number of players sign short-term contracts. So it's really been great to kind of see all that cohesion and integration between all the different leagues. And we're also seeing it, from a staffing perspective, when you see coaches that are moving up and moving over, and then also athletic trainers and other areas of the staff. It's really been special. So yeah, incredibly intense and competitive, but all good things.
All good things with him leading the way. Ali, thank you so much for the time. He touched on some of the numbers there. Now we're going to take an even deeper look at MLS Next Pro by the numbers. There have been 190 matches played. That's led to 632 goals. That gives us an average of 3.3 goals per game. We've witnessed 44 shootouts this season with a shootout conversion rate of 74.8%.
There is our go-ahead. We are underway in the first ever battle of the Independents between Chattanooga FC and Carolina Core. And that's going to trickle through from the open goal from Jesus Ibarra. Vanya, goes left corner. Overhead kick is in.
A big part of what makes MLS Next Pro the league that it is, the independent clubs. Making their MLS Next Pro debut earlier this season, Chattanooga FC, who got off to a pretty strong start, winning 4 of their first 8 games, but their head coach, Rod Underwood, knows that wins are hard to come by, and halfway through the season, feels like that is something his guys are still learning what it takes.
They're raising the level of soccer in America, and that's one of their major goals. And hopefully we'll see more of these players in the league making it to the first team, and not just making it to the first team, because I think the league will say we want these guys to come in and be difference makers at their first team level. And it stresses us every game. We haven't had an easy game in this league, so even the Miami game 6-2, that was an easy game. Things just bounced our way that game.
The boys in blue bookend the month of July with some home matches, first against Crown Legacy, then they close it out against Orlando City B. In between, they'll get their first test against the best in the East, Union 2. Then we'll face the other independent newcomer this season, Carolina Core, for the 3rd time this season. The 2 teams have split wins in their first 2 meetings, and Core's Chief Sporting Officer, Eddie Pope, is hoping that they take the tiebreaker.
And then I'd say the level of competition has been great. You know, it's been good to see how much the league has grown over such a short period of time. The players are so good, the coaching is so good. It's just been a pleasure to watch, you know, all the teams play and really to watch how this stepping stone called MLS Next Pro is really a thing, and it really is working.
Now, taking a look at Core's upcoming schedule, they will play only 3 matches across the month of July. August sees them play host in 4 of their 5 matches in the month, with their lone road test coming against formidable FC Cincinnati 2. Now, having covered this league since its inception, I can say with confidence that there have been some incredible goals since day one, but the quality of goals through season 3 has been off the charts. So when I say that getting recognized as having one of the goals of the season, that is a big deal. The first one that broke into SportsCenter Top 10 came off the right foot of Chattanooga FC's Mehdi Wamri. With his back to the goal, the 24-year-old's bicycle kick earned him the goal of match week 12 and has us still thinking about it all these weeks later. Similarly, Revs 2 midfielder Maciel combined right place, right time, and right skill set for another stunner. From beyond the 18-yard box, he booted an attempted clearance right back at the defense, finding the top right corner of the back of the net.
A chance to get through here. It's lovely footwork, nearly a tremendous goal. Oh my word! It's a stunning strike. A stroke of genius from Gerardo Valenzuela.
With goals on the brain, it just feels like a good time to maybe check in on the Golden Boot race. Chicago Fire 2's David Poreba sits alone at the top with 9 total. Right behind him is his own teammate, Harold Osorio, who's in a 2-way tie for second with Roald Mitchell. They both have 8 apiece. 4 players have 7 goals on the season. They sit tied for third. And as we wrap up, we conclude with the moment. Now, there have been plenty of good ones halfway through the season, but the moment of the midseason belongs to St. Louis City, too. They just somehow keep outdoing themselves. This time, they broke the all-time attendance record with 10,671 fans packing City Park. The home fans got to see their team win their 5th straight over their Midwest rival, Sporting Kansas City, too. Halfway done, halfway to go. Who gets to compete for this year's championship will come down to who can close out the season with that Empire state of mind. I'm Michelle Montaigne saying so long from the city that never sleeps.
Vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete más loco como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, con las manos en la cabeza, sacúdete, 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 mira, sacúdete.
Well, the teams are heading back out on the pitch for half number 2 at Titan Stadium. It's midseason matchup between LAFC 2 and Colorado Rapids 2. The advantage goes to the home side after 45 minutes of play. 1-0 here at the half. AJ Ricketts alongside you. Here's our halftime highlights. Bit of a slow start. This was the best chance LAFC had for most of the first half until the final few minutes. That was headed out of play for a corner kick. Colorado's high press caused problems on a couple of occasions. This was the best shot, parried over the bar by David Ochoa. And again, the high pressure leading to some sequences here. This was off the physicality from Anthony Garcia, led to a strike from Pena that he left well wide. Again, Colorado on the front foot. Not an overpowering first half. Pena's shot here might have caused an issue. Hard to tell how that was read off the foot by Ochoa. He ended up getting in front of it. Here's the cross from Wibowo, and then the finish inside for the first and lone goal of the match. Javi Hernandez, 18-year-old academy player who has been prolific at the youth, 15, 17, and 19 levels. 91 goals and 83 appearances throughout his academy days, and making an impact now at the next pro level. Here's the first half stats: 8-2 total shots advantage for Colorado. Again, out on the front foot and looks very assertive, but they find themselves behind after 45 minutes of play. A look at your Sunday match week 16 schedule. We got games all throughout the afternoon and evening, including with that nightcap at 11 Eastern with Tacoma and Timbers too as well. Action all gets started at 3 p.m. Eastern with Toronto, Philadelphia Union too. All right, second half in front of us here. Colorado Rapids and LAFC both searching for their second straight win. LAFC in prime position to do just that. The defense has now put up 3 consecutive scoreless halves. See if Colorado can figure some things out after putting 3 goals together in their victory at Houston last week. Back-to-back road wins, difficult to do here in this league. Colorado have an opportunity. Work must be done here. LAFC here in the second half. You don't want to expose any gaps. You don't want to leave your shape, be it too adventurous. But you look at their best couple of opportunities in the first half. And came off sequences played wide, working from the flanks. Crosses that came into central runners. Pressure causing a giveaway there. Fantastic service from Wibowo on the eventual goal. I don't know if you're LAFC too, if you want to just sit back just yet, probably want to do a little bit more offensively moving forward, at least causing some consternation for this Colorado side, more than in half number 1. That one between the legs there of Shakir Nixon leads to a cross, but Ochoa has no problem with this in the end. Comes LAFC working from the flanks. Inside the box, shot ripped, and it's just past the post. Well, that's one way to do it. Length of the field run. Nathan Bandre had to be sure alongside that left post. Nobody stepping up. Josh Baluz was in the area. Anthony Garcia had to track back as well. There's nearly something special there for LAFC. Transition, catching Colorado asleep. Nunez being harassed here on his own side of the pitch. Pena's pass was poor, taken away by Jaime. Brought down 20 yards out. He's pleading for a foul. Alvarado dispossessed. Jaime again, making his way to the end line. Jaime tackled, this goes out of play, it'll be a corner. Jaime still down. Did not draw a foul on either occasion. Nice burst of speed to get to the end line here on this particular sequence. He's still trying to make his case. Probably would have been more advantageous on the last scenario, 20 yards out, than this particular angle. Played short to Musto. Whistle will send this the other way. 50 minutes in here at Titan Stadium in Fullerton. Excellent direct diagonal ball there to Nunez. One-on-one on the wing here. Nunez guides it into the 6, headed away from goal. That's good there from Colorado. Excellent service from Facundo Nunez. Making his 11th start in his 11th match of the season. Colorado unable to get ahead to it there. Boucher just talking about the course of this season for Colorado. There have been plenty of struggles, but he said, look, there's not many games I would say that we were good, but there's not many games that I would say that we should have lost. So the margins can be quite fine. So whatever phases we're trying to improve, whether it be our pressing, our consistency in the build, our ability to be dangerous, threatening opponents, getting all these different things that form the game, improve all those things together, we can certainly expect more from this season moving forward. That was not a bad idea, Central, but it was off the foot of Garcia. He does win possession back. Garcia coming off MLS match day honors. Oh, this is a chance here for LAFC. Bandera came outside of the box. Defense now resettled. Sprint towards the end line, near side, 2-0! Beautifully done! He had the assist in the first half. It's Adrian Wibowo with the goal this time on the service played across. LAFC 2, Colorado 0. Bandera came out of the box, was able to get back, had time to get where he wanted to be. Look at that acceleration to the end line. And just unmarked, Alvarado was 2 steps in front of Wibowo. No chance there. Some mistakes in those moments defensively from Colorado, and LAFC making them pay in clinical fashion. There was time there. Really felt as if there was more moments for Colorado to reset, resettle, get in position defensively. What a burst along the far side. Give Rosenthal a lot of credit with his acceleration to the end line to get that cross in when it looked like Colorado had done what they needed to. Well, the Rapids need to figure some things out here. Be willing to press forward more than they have. That might have got through here. Alvarado sealed off. It will be a throw. Amadou to Alvarado receives it back. So Wibowo with a goal and an assist today. Rosenthal picks up the assist there. Heel pass to Diaz. Still 2 black jerseys on. And then we'll get it out of the area. Amadou plays into space. We'll lose the Syracuse man who signed in January of this year. Diagonal ball. Will be out on Garcia. Understand Colorado's frustration. They had done a lot of things right in that first half. They were the better side. That was not rewarded with the lead. 1-0 deficit at the half, but now less than 10 minutes into half number 2. LAFC have tacked on to that. Diaz was trying to tap it quickly to Vargas. It's a corner kick. He's taken towards the far post. Foul on Colorado. Lone MLS Next Pro action taking place at the moment here on this Friday night. Just one of two matches. Until that whole slate of games that you saw a few moments ago, that will take place on Sunday. LAFC, you talk about the first team, they've been rolling at the MLS level, unbeaten since May 4th. They've won 7 of its last 8 matches. Most recently a 6-2 thrashing over San Jose, as LAFC looking for more here. They've got numbers. Colorado needs to be careful here. Los Angeles trying to make it 3-0, and LAFC earn a corner. Talk about the first team, 38 goals this season, 3rd most in MLS. They're level at the top of the table with Salt Lake and LA Galaxy. It's been impressive to see the growing confidence of Kai Kamara playing the 9. LA outscored opponents 7-2 when he was on the pitch last week. His effectiveness, that's allowed Dennis Wonga to play a little bit higher on the pitch, find open spaces. What's the result of that for him? 5 goals in 5 matches. Don't forget about that French striker that's coming in soon, Olivier Giroud. Future's bright for LAFC. This match has been fantastic for him as well. Good times right now in Fullerton for LAFC too. This club looking to continue to put those pair of 4-0 losses behind them. They're about a half hour plus away from doing just that, picking up 6 points in 2 matches since then. There's almost always going to be a lull like that for every team over the course of a Next Pro campaign. Maybe that was just LAFC's. They have that knocked out, ready to move forward in a big way. Really be one of the top contenders in the Western Conference. Look at this combination play here. Navigating just outside the box. Jaime had it tapped away. Open space here with Bowo, had it deflected out. Searching for a brace. Bowo earns a corner. Yeah, all sorts of space around. This portion of the match brought to you by Ford. Rusto gives it right back. Evans across the 18 here. Rosenthal plays it in. Rosenthal and Wabowo. Another cross this time, handled by Bandere. The 6-3 advantage in shots taken for Colorado. Good flick on. Still playing hard here is Nunez, the Uruguayan. Bowo. Only looking to run. That's played back to the back line. And a throw in here for LA. Season started with 5 wins in the first 7 matches for LAFC. They outscored their opponents 7-3 in their first 2 games. May 12th rolled along. Picked up 5 wins already, 16 points. Foul here as the Rapids player went down. Their first booking of the match. And it is confirmed that it was on Rosales. So about 35 yards out here for Nunez. Got Pena to his left. He'll just clip it in. Nothing doing there in the end for Colorado. An hour in here at Titan Stadium. Time starting to become a factor here for Colorado Rapids. Before that 3-1 win at Houston, had a pair of draws against Ventura County and at Austin. Had not picked up an outright win since May 19th against Vancouver. There's 3 outright victories for Colorado this year, including the season opener at St. Louis, that Vancouver matchup as referenced, and then this past Sunday at Houston, 3-1. This will be the first time they pick up back-to-back wins if they were able to do it. On to that, starting to become slimmer with every passing minute here in Fullerton. Garcia. Couldn't quite get to the 6. Parlayed out. Took a deflection. Doesn't get to Pena. Back to Alvarado. Well, MLS Next Pro After Dark here on a Friday night, if you will. Lone League matchup. Colorado would like to make things a little wacky down the stretch. LAFC very content to sit in their shape at this point. But I will say that they're looking for some transition moments. Even there you saw the willingness of Wabowo to quickly sprint up towards midfield. That's a good pocket of space played in. Now laid off. Colorado need a goal. Diving to make sure that doesn't go out of play is Ochoa. Back to those first half saves from Ochoa. Including this first real chance early in this match. It was a fizzer right towards the top of goal. Ochoa able to react in time, and then on Pena's effort as well that might have confused a young keeper. Able to dive in front, make sure it was nothing in the end. Got a number of young fans here in the building just running up and down the concourse with the passage of play. Environment here tonight. Jaime goes down. That is a foul. Nixon directs it forward. Good turn here from Nixon. Bolo brought down. He thought he was tripped. Now a sprint down the sideline from Nunez. Into the attacking third. In the end, nothing doing. Colorado's idea is just continue to grind to a halt in the attacking third. able to prosper here this evening on the road, as they did in Houston. That is a good touch, though. Diaz trying to get one off. Clever flick on. Vargas can't finish. Just enough defensively to guide that over the crossbar. Nunez quickly jogs over to the corner. Let's see who got the final touch on this. Excellent pass here. Looks like it was going to be a clean shot on goal. I think that was Sanders who receives the applause. Ochoa scampers out. Another strong throw from Ochoa. This time gets past the defense. Matt Evans stopping on a dime, playing it across. LAFC searching for a third, and that's not what they wanted in the end there. It's going to be our first substitution of the match. Carlo Guerra is going to come in.
66th minute of play. Leading the match for LAFC 2, number 36, Tommy Mustard. Entering the match for LAFC 2, number 46, Carlo Guerra.
16-year-old Guatemalan making his 9th MLS Next Pro appearance of the year. He comes in for Musto. So a fresh midfield presence in now for LAFC. Vargas. Nobody there initially. Shot ripped, it goes off the defender who was on the ground. Now foul is called, and it's going to be a dangerous free kick here for Colorado. The eventual foul is on Nixon. Official is going to call the athletic training staff over. It looked like one of the shot attempts. Take a glance off of him. After this unofficial hydration break concludes, Colorado is going to have a free kick in a very dangerous spot. Ruman back on his feet, looks to be all right. A chance now for Colorado to claim one back. Main wall of 4 for LA. Nunez stands on the ball. Nearly 70 minutes in, Facundo Nunez with quite a chance here. Nunez has eyes for goal, and it's too high. Ultimately, nothing that would worry Diego Ochoa. That sailed wide of the post. This portion of the match is brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. For substitutes now for Colorado. It's going to be Rogelio Garcia entering the match. I saw Logan Batiste enter as well. And there's Batiste on the near side. Noah Strelnauer is the third sub as well for Colorado. So a trio of substitutes for Rapids 2.
Colorado Rapids 2's number 72, Miguel Alvarado. Entering the match is number 48, Logan Batiste. Also entering the match is number 47, Diaz. Entering the match is number 57, Rogelio Garcia. Also in the match in the 70th minute, leaving the match is number 49, Anthony Garcia. Entering the match for Colorado Rapids 2's number 80, Noah Strelnauer.
So Alec Diaz, Anthony Garcia, and Miguel Alvarado all exiting for Colorado. Garcia was on, as well as Batiste, and then Noah Strelnauer entering, who's currently on the Rapids U17 team. Did play in a couple preseason scrimmages with the first team. Rapids 2 hoping for a spark from one of these substitutes off the bench. 72nd minute here. Evans carrying it forward, will play it off. Rosenthal couldn't do much. I think the man of the match thus far would be the 18-year-old Adrian Waboa. Was talking with Coach Junior Gonzalez about Waboa. He's been having a nice season. 6 goals now in 11 appearances. 2 assists as well. Said he's got a good profile. I don't think he's the fastest, but he's a smart, well-timed runner. Talking about his areas of development, said I think his next progression is going to be when to take guys on, when to pass. Once he realizes that, once he releases the ball and realizes he's going to get it back in a better position to finish, that's going to be his developmental area. That's what we're working on. We've talked a lot about it. How spot on has that been here today? Smart, well-timed runner. That's exactly the sequence when he picked up that goal. And his distribution today contributing to the first bright moment for his Los Angeles side. Continues to be a very positive season. Adrian Waboa, good job there by Nixon. Right back spot. Jaime, who was trying to get it forward. Hernandez was in his sights. This portion of the match brought to you by Remitly, official global money transfer partner of LAFC. Nunez, nothing. That'll be a foul on Amadou. Amadou, experience with the Cameroon youth national teams. Youth and senior national team experience all over this pitch. That's not an uncommon theme around MLS Next Pro if you've been following the league. Wonderful time of year for the sport, isn't it? Next Pro and MLS action rolls on all throughout the summer. Foul is back on the other half of the pitch. And a yellow card issued as well to Amadou. Got the Euros, Copa. Very fun time of year in the soccer scene. Didn't even think of the Olympics coming up as well. We'll see plenty of soccer throughout that.
Your attention, please. The head referee has issued a yellow card warning to Colorado Rapids 2, number 45.
Good ball to Wabowo down the pitch.
The time of the yellow card
Plays it back to Jaime. Wabowo making a run. Deflected a bit behind, and now Nunez surging forward. Sort of right game for Nunez, even though Colorado have been unable to produce a goal. A lot of positive movement starting with his runs. Nunez lightly sent it across the 18, perhaps too light. Alvarado, company recover. Pena. Another foul here on Colorado. I'll go against Garcia, who's brought over to the scene of where it happened. It's a tough stretch of matches for Colorado, the second of 3 consecutive on the road and 4 out of 5 away from the friendly confines of Colorado. After this, we'll take on Town FC on Friday. Meanwhile, LAFC will be at St. Louis on July 6th. Chances have been few and far between here in the second half for Rapids too. No shots on target. They do have 4 shots credited, even 4-4 in the shots department. Only 6 touches in the opponent's box. LA would love to put the nail in the coffin here. In no hurry, as you can tell here, Vargas coming over to put an end to that. Wonder how much Colorado may push in the final 12+ minutes, how high they bring their press, how many numbers forward. Level sense of urgency this is Colorado's side play with. Pena's day is almost over. Robinson Aguirre is going to come in for him in a moment. Aguirre, the 19-year-old out of Fairfax, Virginia. You saw that on the bottom of your screen. Nunez looking confused that he didn't receive a distribution there. Understand why he's frustrated late in this match. Scoreline, his contributions have gone unrewarded thus far. Throw in here, as Batiste was fighting for it. Here is that substitution. Very familiar name for those who follow Rapids or Rapids 2.
Substitutions for Colorado Rapids 2 in the 80th.
Robinson Aguirre, who just surpassed Yosuke Hanyo for the most appearances recorded by any Rapids 2 player in club history. Joined this organization in the U16 Academy days. Had a great run of the GA Cup 2021. Aguirre still just 19 years old. Difficult spot to work from. Batiste got through a pair of defenders and earns a corner kick here. Look at that effort from Logan Batiste, who originally in MLS Next Pro played with Inter Miami, signed with Rapids 2 in February 2023. Does have some U.S. Youth International experience with the U17s. This ball driven back towards the 18. Played back in the corner. Nunez. Difficult spot. He wants a corner and will be given one. First minute, takes a hop. Redo it. Colorado needs something soon. A couple of set pieces here aren't helping the cause. Just joining us for the final moments of this match, LAFC did not look all too put together in the first 30, 35 minutes of this match. It was Colorado on the front foot with the best opportunities. It wasn't as if LAFC looked disjointed. To be quite honest, there wasn't all too much happening in this particular match other than those two chances for Colorado. But LAFC, their 2 goals today have been phenomenal. Clinical, off 2 excellent crosses. Colorado will watch this on film and have some things to dissect. Got through over the top. Batiste can't get by Ochoa as he goes down. And it's been that kind of night for Rapids 2. That's as good a ball as you can ask for, over the top, in behind the defense. Batiste couldn't put it through. Gets in behind Nixon here, chested down to himself, and looked to volley it through. Ochoa does well to cut off the angle. Make that a more difficult sequence. Boy, if that one gets through, about 7+ minutes. Some stoppage time, trying to get the leveler. Does that spur Colorado? Give them a little bit more energy and verve in the final minutes of this match. Rapids have proven they can get in behind the defense and find some open avenues. As is often the case, the final sequence, final touch, final shot is what will make the difference. Now LAFC pushing numbers forward. It's out in front of Uboa. To his left, it's taken down, no whistle. Nunez again, how many times have we said his name? Vargas on the flank. Cuts into the box. Vargas plays it central, laid off again here. Colorado needs it. Here's the turn, shot taken. Colorado have scored. 2-1 here in the 85th minute. Game on. Facundo Nunez is rewarded. He's been everywhere all game long for Colorado. And at last, he finds the back of the net. He just keeps working. It wasn't the prettiest sequence here for Colorado. Watch the turn here from Nunez and a little flick forward with his right foot. Gets the angle from his defender, and there's nobody there along that right post. Colorado have not been dominant, but they have been deserving. Now, game pressure here on LAFC if they want to secure the 3 points. We'll have to see this one through against the re-energized Rapids 2 side that continues to bring numbers forward. There's a nice turn there on the far side. Here come Colorado. Nunez calling for it at the near post. It got into Vargas. Vargas scores! Colorado out of the blue down 2-0, score in a matter of minutes to level it up 2-2. LAFC shell-shocked here. Watch Vargas in the middle of the pitch. He's calling for it. Nunez is calling for it. It gets over the head of everybody, and that's as easy a finish as Vargas can ask for in this situation. Buries it, top corner. Colorado 2, LAFC 2. Seventh goal of the season for Vargas. He had a goal last week, 2 assists against Houston. How quickly this game turned. This game felt as if it was on ice, that it was just a matter of finishing out the final minutes of it. Colorado had other ideas. Said there was that one chance Rapids had, it was denied, but he wondered, would that give them a renewed vigor, better spark here towards the end of the half, the end of the game? Try to press forward again, it certainly has. LAFC have heard a corner. Is there another goal in store here in regulation? Are we heading to a shootout here soon? Whistle away from the ball. Rapids player on the ground. '89th minute here at Titan Stadium. Want to finish. This has been a goal in the 85th and 86th minutes for Rapids 2, separated by just 75 seconds. LA's going to make some substitutions here after this stoppage in play.
Substitutions for LAFC 2 in the 89th minute of play. Leading the match for the black and gold is number 77, Adrian Weboa. Entering the match is number 55, Butcher DeBro. Also into the match in the 89th minute of play, leading the match is number 73, Eddie Baruni. Now entering the match, number 48, Tamir Radovic.
So Tamir Radovitz will be one of the substitutions, as well as Bajung Darboe as well. So Radovitz on, the 18-year-old, making his 7th MLS Next Pro appearance of the season. Darboe making his 9th. Gives the ball away here. Rosenthal now. This whipped in centrally. We'll have 5 minutes of stoppage time here at Titan Stadium. Nixon to Darboe. Back to Nixon, trying to cross it in. Corner kick, LAFC. Wait, a penalty? I think a penalty has just been awarded to LAFC here. That was the cause for celebration. I thought it was a bit too much celebration for a corner. A penalty has been called. Let's take a second look at this here. Let's see where that was. Played through to the end line. Wow. That is a obviously critical moment here with just minutes left. And now DeCarlo Guerra is going to have a chance to put LAFC in front. We'll take another look at it after this penalty is taken. A huge call with just minutes left, and now Guerra trying to be the hero. Guerra. Goal! LAFC back in front 3-2 on the penalty. DeCarlo Guerra scores, and LAFC with a momentary sigh of relief. And it's Guerra who comes in off the bench not that long ago. Slides it in to the right side. Confidently driven. Here's the penalty. Watch the challenge on the in line. Gets contact with the feet after the ball had been played across. It's a tough assessment. Looks a bit harsh, but Guerra doesn't mind. He steps to the spot and puts it through. Perhaps the challenge a half step late. I understand from that perspective the ball had been crossed, didn't get to the ball first. In real time, it didn't look like a clear and obvious penalty. Referee all over that. So just 2 minutes remain here, and Colorado find themselves trailing after such a valiant comeback. Foul taken there. How disheartening a loss would this be? Rapids, too, had a very real chance in just a matter of minutes to earn 2 points after being behind 2-0. And now they may not carry anything away from this match. Guerra clips it over to the far side. Colorado have one last gasp in them. Sit towards the near side. It's Nunez. Saw it, took a touch off of Nixon. Here's a corner. And Vargas is incensed. There's a foul, I think, ruled against him before that sequence, and so it's going to be a goal kick anyway. Emotions are high for Vargas. He was the one who scored that second goal. Boucher talked about the tenacity of Vargas. It's the element of his game. The tenacity in the key moments can make a difference. He's a different player in terms of the way he can impact the game. He helped tie this thing up, but LAFC has not been able to get back on top. Just seconds left now. Desperate defending here from LAFC. It is played in to Flores. Is there one more cross? This is sit in far post here, and Ochoa rises high. It looks for a moment as if that was tracking towards a Colorado player. Ochoa able to climb the ladder. And now the whistle may blow at any moment. Colorado hoping for precious more seconds added on here. And there was the penalty in stoppage time. 92nd minute. Maybe a minute or so more at most for Colorado. They got to get forward here. Bit too much happening in the back half. Now they're sending numbers up. Crowd's ready for the final whistle. Here's Nunez, who had the first goal to get things started. It's full time in Fullerton. LAFC survives at home. They give up a 2-goal advantage. Colorado comes storming back, but a penalty converted in the 92nd minute gives LAFC the 3 points. Hernandez, man of the match. It's going to be Guerra who put away that penalty. Pressure spot, 2-2, stoppage time. He puts it away. To give a lot of credit as well. Very valid case for Adrian Waboa, who had an assist and a goal in this match. Javier Hernandez, the first goal as well. LAFC, well, they had 2 humble outings in which they lost 4-0. They have responded as well as you can ask for from that, with a pair of victories since. 2-0 and now 3-2. 6 points in the last 2 matches from Titan Stadium in Fullerton, California. Big thanks to our entire production crew. And thank you for joining us here on MLSNextPro.com. I'm AJ Ricketts. It's LAFC 3, Colorado Rapids 2.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.